All right, hello. My name is Chris Gardy. I'm a senior program manager. I'm based in Fargo. I work on a bunch of stuff, workflow, developer extensibility. I was just over there talking about workflow to flow. Today we're going to be talking about system administrative experiences. So I'm here with Haitham, Said. No, nothing. Haitham's based out of Advanta, out of Seattle. So we're going to run through a bunch of different system administration experiences. I'm going to start off with talking about feature management, and Haitham's going to talk largely about batch. So feature management and finance and operations. So we're making this push into the area of feature exposure. So we have this idea of, previously we released features internally, and releasing features was just about shipping bits. So that's all controlled internally. We decide what bits we're going to ship. We more recently started doing something called flighting. So you might hear about flighting features and private previews, early access to features. So flighting is something that we've started taking advantage of, and that's a whole ball of wax. But basically, flighting and/or shipping the bits makes features available to the environment. Once the features are available in the environment, we've now got this form called the Feature Management Workspace. That Feature Management Workspace allows administrators, and then there's roles that they can give power users so that they can enable other people to enable features. They're going to be able to see features and enable them for use, make them visible. Yes, and then once the feature is available, then it's controlled by the standard configuration experience in a parameters form. So there might be the idea of like enable the feature, and then the feature doesn't actually show up for the end users because the administrator has to go to the parameters form to go ahead and configure it to switch it on. So the feature management capabilities that we've made available so far, a list of features that you can enable, so you can enable, disable, and then reschedule. You can filter that list of features. There's tabs that are pre-filtered lists of the features. And we've got links to the documentation and feature hints from the feature teams inside of the feature management workspace on the features themselves to help with understanding for the feature. And there's also data entities to enable consistent setup of the feature management data. So you can export that feature management configuration from, say, Sandbox, and then import that into production. So in the interest of time, I'm just going to show a couple of slides, a couple of screenshots of the feature management workspace rather than running through it live. But this is available on Platform Update 28. Who's got Platform Update 28 that they've played with so far? No? Oh, there we go. We've got a couple of preview early access people. Good. So the feature management workspace is a workspace, just shows up in the list of workspaces. You'll be able to search for it as well as an easy way to get to it. It'll list off the new features for each release, and then you'll see over on the right-hand side the details for the feature. So there's a description that the team has provided, and then that Learn More link that you can see right here. This Learn More link is a link to the documentation. So that'll provide an easy way to get to and see information about the feature. So you won't have to rely on going to the What's New documentation for each update. And then the administrator can add whatever comments they want in here. Say they're not ready to enable the feature and they want to add some comments to some other administrator to have a look at this feature before enabling it. They can go ahead and add those comments in there. And then the scheduling and enabling now is down there, so you can schedule a feature for enablement, say in a week, or maybe over the weekend. Yeah. Then you can see the dates that are associated with it, and these modules, so the modules that are associated with the features, those are the same ones that we use in the data entity space. So if you're familiar with the idea of the module list for data entities, you'll know that there's a couple that aren't specifically modules, so like the workflow ones will show up in there. So new, and then so this one is all. So this is the 5 or 6 features that were on the new side of things, and then kind of your all list. So these are features that shipped prior to Platform Update 28. So you can see this list is just going to grow over time. The administrator is going to be able to go through and enable each one at a time. The additional things that we're looking to add going forward are dependent features. So You're going to be able to, the administrator's going to get a message when there's a feature that's dependent on another feature. We're going to have a default installation setting, so there's going to be a switch that the administrator can switch to say, yes, I just want to enable features right away. I don't need to see them in the feature management workspace, just turn them on for users automatically. So that might be in like a sandbox environment or something like that. You'll also have an enable all button so that you can enable all the features really quickly, and then you can disable features as needed. And then we'll also make it available to partners and ISVs so they can take advantage of feature management so that they can ship feature information that shows up in the feature management workspace. It's just a class that they create. And then features becoming automatically enabled at a future date. That's something that will come over time. As we do that flighting service, it's going to turn into a feature release service. So we're going to be able to just automatically enable features after kind of a 12-month period where we warn you and have those out there in the feature management workspace. Now I'll hand it over to Haitham to continue talking about some of the other system administration stuff.
Hello. Can you? Hello, everyone. Thank you, Chris. It's not working? Yep, it's working. Yep. Thank you, Chris. So, guys, I'm going to walk you through some of the latest enhancements. Hello? Yep. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through some of the latest experiences in Batch. So as we are committed to make the experience of an administrator more delightful, I'm going to walk you through some of the latest functionalities and additions to the Batch experience in finance and operation. So we're going to talk about some of the UI enhancements, also some of the functionalities that we have added, like a batch manager role, batch active periods, and how to copy a batch jobs, configure alerts, and one of the most important topics I see is the history cleanup for your batch history. First, we introduced a new form that will make the navigation more easily instead of going through multiple forms and do multiple clicks just to go within from a batch job to a batch task and setting the parameters and schedules. As you can see, the difference between the two experiences here, that everything we needed to do from a batch task perspective, we need to click a batch job and then we go to another menu, but the new form will just give you everything on your action pane. And this feature is in a public preview, so you will have the ability to run the legacy form or the new enhanced forms. As we can go through like a quick demo for this, simply by clicking switch to enhanced form, this will let you use the new form and the new functionalities instead of just clicking jobs and then menus, and it's going to save you clicks and save times. So simply by clicking on a batch job, it will get you inside the batch task and start to do your administration experience. One of the main functionalities also that we introduced is the batch manager. So previously, just to give a user the ability to manage batch jobs, you needed to give him a system admin role. And this like some sort of a security issue because he will have unlimited access to do some stuff he doesn't need to do. So by giving this role to any specific users, he will be able to, any user, power user, end user, he will be able to just manage the jobs, copy the batch jobs, create the schedules, run the batch jobs, and more than this, assign something called a run by user, which, for example, we have seen so many cases that when you have a user that left the company and he's disabled in your user info, simply the batch job won't run because this user is disabled. By using these functionalities, you can simply go to the batch job and then select this user and apply, like give a run by to another active users, and your batch will go ahead and run. And simply by going to the security roles, you can just select the batch manager role and then assign whatever users you want. Another feature that was introduced in PU21, which is the active period. So we had so many asks about this particular feature. So for example, you would have like a specific batch job that you need to run in a specific time of the day, and you need to adjust your schedules and recurrences during this particular time. So for example, in the lunch hour, or in a weekend, or in a holiday, or in after business hours, you want to set a job that will run for specific recurrences, like each 10 minutes, but it will need to be only run from like 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is how you can do this. Actually, this is very useful when you have jobs that you don't want to interfere within your business operations, because it might be like some sort of a heavy load that might in fact affect the other end users. So by simply, you would go to the setup and then create simply your active period, and then you select an active from to time. And then once you set this in an active period, simply you would go into the batch job itself and assign this active period to this particular batch job. And then the scheduler will pick this batch job and will run based on the recurrences set up only during this particular time frame. So simply, I will just search for my job, and then I will select my batch job. And then I will simply go and edit and select my active period. And once you do so, this job will be automatically in a withhold status. To be in a more controlled manner, simply you need just to go and change the status to active, and then the scheduler will start picking your job based on this schedule. So this is how you set your recurrences, and then this job will run only into these recurrences. One of the additional features that we have added to the batch family is the ability to copy a batch job. So for instance, you would have multiple legal entities. Previously, you would have to create each time a batch job for this particular company or a legal entity, you have to create manually the batch job. By using this feature, you would have the ability to copy an existing batch job with all the batch tasks and all the recurrences, schedules, alerts with a single click. And you can assign different legal entities while doing so. So it will save up time in managing and creating all your batch jobs. So by simply, you would need to click on the copy batch job, you would give it a name, and then you will change your company or legal entity. And then if you want to change any recurrences, if you want to do any additional setup for alerting, you can do so. And once you leave this button, click to yes, it will take you to the batch task. If you want to do additional configuration or changes, you would be able to do so, and your job will be ready just to set it to wait and then start executing. Batch alerts. So batch alerts, one of the functionalities that were running, and then due to some change in the business requirements and change between the old platform and the new platform in AX, so the batch alerts were not working except for emails. So now within PU25, the alerts are working again, and you can get alerts on your notification center. By simply, you can just go and select your batch job, configure which alerts you want to set, like when the job ends in success, in error, or it's canceled, and then it will pop up for you in your notification center. So simply you can do whatever, any other task that you are doing, and once the job completes based on your setup, it will pop up in your notification center, and you would still have the ability to just receive emails about the status and alerts for the jobs. Batch history cleanup. One of the main challenging topics, because actually, let's assume you have a job and you would have a very hard recurrent schedule. This job runs every 10 minutes, like integration jobs, those kind of jobs, and you don't clear the history. What will happen? Your history tables will start to grow large, and this will negatively impact the performance of your system. In a way that running additional batch jobs, you might have the job like running for hours, and then once the job is done and it's completely executed. But once you check the status, it will still be executing. Why is that? because the batch history tables are being very large and it takes time to update the status. So we have introduced actually a couple of menu items and forms that can help you clear your batch history, and I would strongly recommend doing this on a regular basis and after business hours. You can schedule this job to run after business hours because it might impact your running batch jobs during business hours. So what are the difference between the custom one and the non-custom one? It's very simple. The first job, it lets you specify a date interval when you want to clear everything before that date. So it's simple as this. I will clear everything before 30 days. And I will run it in background as a batch job, and I can set a schedule for it. The custom one, it's the same setup exactly, but with additional filtering criteria. For example, I need for my audit, for my company to leave some history of the batch job. So in this case, I will delete everything that has a status of an error, or like whatever I want for a specific user or a specific legal entity or a specific time frame, additional to the day interval. This will make you make your batch table, history table, good enough and quickly enough just not to impact your system negatively. For the resources for these sessions, you would have two main page in our docs libraries. One of them is related to only the batch functions. And I would also recommend to follow up the what's new in each and every platform, because each additional functionalities will have a reference in the what's new beside the release notes and within the documentations. And the general system administration homepage is here as well. And I'll be happy to have like a couple of questions before the time runs out. And after that, you can reach us here or on the booth. Thank you. No, you cannot. You can have two. You can have so the question: can I have two active periods for the same batch job? So no, you can have one active period. You can either change whatever active periods. For example, you are on the weekend, so you selected your weekend period, and then after weekend you can select another one, or simply you can create another copy of this batch job and assign a different active period to it.
Yeah.
Yep. So the question is, can I push the batch notification to other areas? So currently, you can use the Action Center or in the email. Later on, we are working on incorporating this into the business events. So you can, like at the end, use it at the business events, put it to flow, and then have it like in different. Yep. So are we using flow in like emailing those kind of alerts? This is the question. Yeah, this will be something that we are working on. Well, from a flow perspective, I think you can edit whatever recipient you want, and
Right.
it will just, as the business events kicks the notification to the flow, based on the flow rule, it will start sending those emails. So, yep, last question.
What happens if I never enable the features? Will it be automatically enabled after some time?
Yeah, is this on? Is this on? Yes. 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 Sorry. If you never enable a feature, yeah, like I mentioned, like my very last point on the last slide was we'll just automatically enable the features. Yeah, we'll start to do that 12 months after the next major release, and we haven't decided that we're going to do that just yet. So what would it be? Fall of 2020 would be the first time that we'd consider starting to make features mandatory. Yeah, yeah. There is, I should mention, there's some features that will ship as already turned on as mandatory, where the feature management form is just kind of information, providing a link to the documentation. Yeah, but we won't be forcing on features anytime soon. All right, thanks everyone.